Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 11 for the even financial prospects. In this example, we are going to study a male chart who is working in construction field in abroad with a notable good income. But one point of time, he wanted to invest in the business of his friends in India. So he invested his money, some money, and also he borrowed from his relatives and invested in the friend's business. Actually, he is not going to get involved into the business. Only friend only is going to take care. But he invested, his money and also the money borrowed from the relatives invested. So within a 1 year time, the business went into loss, and now the native had to get some loan from the bank against his like a EMI, and he is paying off the loans for for the loan what he got from the relatives. He is paying off the loan from the loan he got from the bank. So he has got debts. So he already lost the money. That is another one. His financial position is into trouble because he lost the money. His investment also is lost. And whatever the money he borrowed from others also, he is paying from his pocket. So now he is into trouble. His money is into trouble. And since he is earning, notable incomes, he is able to manage, and by way of getting loan and repaying the loan also is possible. So now we are going to study in this video with the help of the EPS tables and how come the native financial position by earning by through the job is fine. How come the financial position through the investment or through the business into trouble, and also why the person ended into that debts also. Let us examine with the help of the EPS tables in this video. Example number 11, good earnings from job, but debts due to loss in investments. Now let us examine the birth chart with the help of the EPS table now. This is the birth chart of that male native born on 26 September 1985, 6:41 p.m. in Tamil Nadu. Let us have a general discussion on the birth chart before proceeding to the self-signification study. Let me open that North Indian chart. Now let us have a general discussion on the birth chart. The native is born in Pisces Lagna. Pisces Lagna born, and Lagna Lord is Jupiter. Jupiter is posted in the Capricorn in the 10th house, but close to the 11th. 1, 10, 11 grouping is in general is fine, but Jupiter is posted in the sign of Capricorn is not a very good in general because it is a debilitated place for Jupiter, but still it is 1, 10, 11 is good only. Whether that Jupiter is, afflicted by any planet or getting support of any planet, Jupiter is aspected by Saturn. Saturn is the Rasi Lord of the Capricorn. That Saturn is aspecting to the Jupiter. That Saturn is aspecting to Jupiter as 11th Lord and 12th Lord from the 8th house. You can see Saturn is in the 8th house, though it is in the 9th sign in the Scorpio, but in the 8th house. So 8 and 12 signification, and 8 and 11 signification, and 11 and 12 signification, we can say this 8 and 12 significator is aspecting to Jupiter, the 10th Lord and Lagna Lord. It is somehow it is afflicting the Jupiter by way of the aspect from the Saturn being the 11th Lord, 12th Lord from the 8th house. It is indicating some weakness to the Jupiter. Lagna Lord is getting some weakness. Though it has got some strength, it has got some weakness also. It indicates that Lagna is going to face some sort of hurdles. And let us check the second house. Second cusp is falling in the sign of Aries, ruled by Mars, Venus, and Saturn. Mars is the second lord, Venus is the second cuspal star lord, and Saturn is the second cuspal sublord. And Rahu is posted in the sign of Aries, but in the first house, but representing Mars. Where is Mars posted? Mars is posted in the sixth house. So, second lord, ninth lord, Mars is posted in the sixth house. 216 is good for the earning. Sixth house also it is also supportive for it is indicating loans also. Sixth house is earnings also, loan also, depending on the other houses connected, then we can see whether it is going to be favorable or not. So second lord, ninth lord occupying sixth house and conjoined with the Venus. Venus is in the fifth house, but it is in the sign of Leo. So we are considering Venus and Mars are conjoined, but Venus is giving its signification sharing to Mars by way of Venus is third lord and eighth lord occupying fifth house. You can see Venus is occupying fifth house. We can say close to the sixth house, but it is not within 3/4 degree, but still it is very close to that. Of course, it is, yes, it is 3 degree plus. So 385, we can say 6 also we can consider. So that Venus is third lord, eighth lord occupying fifth house is conjoined with the Mars, second lord, ninth lord, and the sixth house in the sixth house. So 5 and 6 grouping and eighth house is indicating some weakness to the second house matter, 8 and 5 and 9. But 2, 3, 6 houses are favorable. Now, whether these planets, second lord is getting afflicted by any planet or supported by any planet, it is afflicted or by the Venus being the eighth lord conjunction, and Moon is aspecting to the Mars. Moon is fifth lord from the 11th house. So fifth lord, 11th house significator is aspecting to the second lord. It means 5 and 11 is gain to the opponent also, gain to the Lagna also, and and aspecting to the in Mars, that is second lord. And Saturn in the sign of Saturn. So, I mean, Moon in the sign of Saturn, that is got some weakness. And that Saturn also aspecting to the second lord and also the Karaka planet for the money, that is Venus, from the eighth house. So 11th lord, 12th lord, eighth occupant, from the eighth house, it is aspecting to the second lord. So second lord Mars is also ninth lord. Ninth lord is for the seventh house. Second house is eighth house. Got some weakness. And the second lord planet Mars is connected to eighth house because conjoined with the eighth lord and aspected by fifth lord and also by Saturn, eighth lord and 12th lord. So the 8, 5, 12 grouping is influencing the second lord, who is also ninth lord. I'm focusing on the unfavorable only because already we can say that this is also 11th lord, this is also from the 11th house. Mars is also second lord conjoined with the third lord in the sixth house. So favorable grouping also there. But whether that unfavorable are going to increase the intensity by way of other planets, we can see this 8, 5, 8, 12 grouping also influencing the second lord Mars from the sixth house. So this grouping is indicating weakness to the second house matters, possibility for the weakness, right? So that way the second lord planet is afflicted by unfavorable grouping along with that some favorable grouping. That way you can see Lagna has got some weakness. That importantly, Saturn is the planet, is influencing the Jupiter, also influencing the second lord Mars also. And the Mars planet is the Rasi lord for Saturn is Mars only. So Saturn is aspecting to its Rasi lord and Mars is aspecting to Saturn. So that way that 8 and 12 significations are strongly being influencing the second lord planet. So second house is connected to the 6, 8, 12 and 5, 8, 12 grouping along with that favorable. So that we have to keep it in mind. And also Lagna also getting some weakness. So when Lagna is becoming weaker, and of course 5, 8, 12 grouping along with that favorable grouping also there, what happens that it will support for others and others will take up I mean advantage, and Lagna will can get cheated, or he'll be into trouble by others, because you can see that who is that Badaka Lord for this Lagna? Mercury is the Badaka Lord for Lagna. So if Mercury planet also connected to these second house matter planets, then definitely it will be into that can lead for such a problem, because by the opponent, by the others, because Mercury is the seventh lord. It means seventh house is talking about others, and Lagna and Mercury, the Karaka planet for load, Karaka planet for the opposite party, seventh lord, and also Karaka planet for the business also. So when that is connected, then we need to be careful. Okay, because Mercury also is posted in the sixth house only, in the own sign, but in the sixth house, conjoined with the sixth lord. So seventh lord planet is connected to sixth lord strongly. That we have to keep it in mind, and aspected by the Jupiter by ninth aspect. So that is exaggerating the thing. So that way, this grouping Jupiter, Sun, Mercury aspected by Jupiter and other significations are favorable for the Lagna strength and position. But the grouping of the houses are talking about sixth house connected to eighth house and fifth house and 12th house, supportive for the opposite party, or it can lead to dates and troubles that to the planet when Mercury is also getting connected. So that we have to see that how far in the detailed extended signification, whatever the signification what you are talking about, the second house is afflicted, or sixth house also, that sixth lord also connected to the to the seventh lord, how far the unfavorable significations are getting increased, those things and all we have to check in the extended significations. So in general, we have discussed. Now let us go for the study on the self-significations. Then we'll go for the destiny and the sub-periods. Now let us go to the EPS page. I've already selected the event finance. EPS event, self-significators and planet colors. Ketu. Ketu occupying 7th house, 312 cuspal sublord. Second planet Venus is also having favorable significations along with some weakness. Ketu has got 7, 3, 12. So it is favorable, is only third house, but 7 and 12 are indicating weakness. So Ketu, we can take it as light red color, because seventh occupant and 12th cuspal sublord. Venus. Ketu representing Venus. Venus is third lord, eighth lord occupying fifth house. 3 supported by 5 for the third house matters. 8 and 5 grouping is not good, but 2, 6, 10 cuspal star lord. This is good for the third house matters and professional prospect. 1, 4, 6, and 9 cuspal sublord. This is favorable grouping, but 8, 5, and 9 cuspal sublord. You can see 1, 4, 6 is good. And 6 is supported, 1, 4, 6 is fine only, but 9 is not supportive. 9 is talking about the 12th house to the second house. For the money point of view, it has got some weakness, but 3, 2, 16, 1, 4, 6 are fine. But representing Ketu 7 and 12. So these 6, 12 grouping, 9, 12 grouping, 8, 5 are indicating some weakness overall cumulatively. So Venus, we can give it as a pink shade, as a mixed significator, favorable along with some weakness. Sun, sixth lord occupying sixth house. So sixth lord occupying sixth house is good, and we can give green color, but the problem, we have to be very careful when sixth alone is present or sixth lord is coming. Suppose the sixth lord planet is connected to the unfavorable 8 6 12 or 8 5 12 grouping, if it is present, then 6 is job also, 6 earning also, last to the others also we can say, but 6 also loan. If money, that loan is further connected to the 8th house and 12th house and 6 8 12 grouping, 5 8 12 grouping, definitely because of the loan will be increased. That can lead to trouble also. For example, Sun and Venus are connected. What will happen? 6th house, sixth lord occupying sixth house is connected to the sun. Sorry, Venus. It is supporting houses, supporting for the job prospects. You see, 6 and 6, 3, 2, 16, 1, 4, 6, supportive for the job prospects. But on the money point of view, 6 and 6, along with that 5 and 8 and 6, 4, 6, 12. This 6, 9, 12. This grouping, sixth house always, I said that 6 we have to be carefully handled because it can be favorable when it is connected to the 11th house. It is going to be unfavorable when it is connected to 8th house and 12th house. So 6 need to be careful. So I have given light green only. We have to keep it in mind whether it is going to be favorable or not, along with that other planet in conjunction or aspect or in supports. Moon, fifth lord occupying 11th house, 3, 7, 11 cuspal star lord, and 10th cuspal sublord. So this grouping is good for the job prospects, and this is good only. But being the fifth lord, moving towards this one, this is supportive for the business in joint venture also. This because being the fifth lord, 11th house to the 7th house, occupying 11th house, 3, 7, 11. That is more. Kama Trikon is good for the business prospect and 10 sublot. This is good only. For the money point of view, it is not very good, not bad. It is it is good only because 5, 11, 3, 7, 11, and 10. It is good for the Lagna and also good for others also. So it is a moderate, financial prospects because being the fifth lord, it is supportive for the Lagnas that is happy personal life, all this thing, and also for the business prospects. So moon we can take it as a light green, and Mars, second lord, ninth lord occupying sixth house. 2, 6 is good. Ninth lord is eighth house to the second house, but eighth, ninth lord is also talking about the long travel, abroad related, because it represents Rahu, the Karaka planet for abroad, and occupying Lagna, but 4, 12, and 5th sublord. So this is to some extent supportive for the job prospect connecting to abroad also. But 296 is mixed signification. It is favorable, but with ninth house, but not detrimental. It is good only. But representing Rahu has got some weakness. So what we can do, Mars planet, we can take it also 296 representing Rahu. We can say it is a mixed one. So being the second lord occupying sixth house is fine. Being the ninth lord in the second planet has got some weakness. So what we can do, Mars we can give blue color instead of pink shade. We can give blue because it has got favorable 296 also in this personal, in the self signification. And Rahu occupying Lagna, 4 and 12 cuspal star lord and 5th sublord. This is not good to the financial prospects. It is occupying Lagna in the sign of Mars, 296 that already discussed. So this is indicating some weakness to the financial prospects, 12 and 5. So that way we can say Rahu planet, we can give pink shade, or we can give light red. Because of this 12 and 5, no other favorable grouping, I feel we can give light red. So Ketu we are given light red, and now we are giving Rahu also light red. Based on the other study on the other planets, once we have completed the self-signification, if at all record, we can restudy the colors and give the colors and change the colors also. Jupiter, Lagna Lord, 10th Lord occupying 10th house, close to 10th cusp and 8th cusp of star Lord, 11th sub Lord. This is good for the Lagna, with despite 8th star Lord, 1, 10, 11, and 11 is good only. So definitely Jupiter is going to be green color for the Lagna and also financial prospects and with the position. Saturn, 11th Lord, 12th Lord occupying 8th house, 5th cuspal star Lord, and 2 and 8 cuspal sublord. You can see 2nd cuspal sublord and 11th Lord. This is good for the, this is the financial prospect destiny planet, no? The Saturn. But 11th Lord and 12th sublord is fine, but that is also 12th Lord occupying 8th house, 5th star Lord, and 8th cuspal sublord. This is weak. This is indicating second house, his money is others' money. Then 12th Lord is going to lose money, others will get benefited. So this is good for the opposite parties. It is good for the partner also, or it's good for the others whom he's dealing with, not for his own money. His money will be into trouble. So this is going to be favorable along with that unfavorable. Saturn, we can give pink shade. Pink in the sense not just mixed. It has got strong unfavorable. We can give light red also, but because of the 12 and second cuspal sublord and 11th lord, I'm giving pink. It has got both favorable and unfavorable strong significator. Mercury. Mercury planet is 4th lord, 7th lord, occupying 6th house, 1, 9 star lord, and 7th cuspal sublord. So this is not, this 1 and 6 is good, 4 and 6 is good, and 1 is good to the Lagna, but 1 and 7 is not so good. So this is also, we can say, pink shade. So in that you can see Sun we have given green because of 6 and 6. Moon we have given green because of this grouping good. And Jupiter we have given green. Yes, so the planets which are having free from unfavorable grouping and having got favorable grouping, we have given the green color, and blue has been given to the Mars because 2, 9, and 6. This can be given light green, but because of the second planet Rahu is not good, so we have given that blue. And Rahu itself, we have given light red because of the 1, 4, 12, and 5, 5th cuspal sublord and 12th star lord. And Rahu, we have given this one, and Ketu is given 7, 12 grouping. What else? Saturn we have given mixed. Actually, it is like a light red only. Mercury is okay. Mercury is light pink shade because it has got favorable 4 and 6, 1, and mixed significator, but without any 12th house, 8th house. So out of them, out of the pink, Saturn is weaker, and then comes the Venus. Venus has got both favorable along with that because 8, 5, 6, 9, 12. Here 8, 12, and 8, 5, and 8. So while looking at the significations, whether light red or pink shade, we could see that 5, 8, 12 grouping are indicated by the Venus and Rahu 5, 12 grouping and Saturn. So Saturn and Venus are the strong planets, and then comes the Rahu. Saturn, Venus, and Rahu or the planet are having some weak significator unfavorable along with that 8, 5, 12 grouping strongly. That itself is indicating definitely many planets, if they are under the influence of this planet, that is going to be a cause trouble to the Lagna and also to the finance. Moreover, you can see that 8, 5, 12 grouping is signified by the 2, 6, 10 cuspal star lord, that is Karma Trikon and Lagna sublord and 6th sublord itself. And other planet is Lagna occupant. So Lagna sublord is giving that gain to others, and Lagna occupant also giving gain to others. And 11th lord and 7th second sublord, the destiny planet itself has got gain to the opponent. So that itself is indicating it is not good for the savings of the personal earnings. It is supportive for loss of money also. Then such people normally should not get involved into such activities of business. Whatever money is coming, then he has to somehow, save the money, and somehow he will definitely will lose money by helping others or paying for others, spending for others. But he should not go for investment, or he should not go for any joint venture by way of money, investing money. So because his money will be utilized by others because second house is connected to 8th house and 5th house and 12th house strongly. And if Saturn is also well connected to other unfavorable planet, definitely it is going to be more unfavorable. So now that and all we will discuss in detail by way of destiny and also dasa periods. I think you have understood now. Let us now save colors and go to the home page and check the destiny and dasa periods. Now let us go back home and let me choose let me go to the house grouping and click the ruler support so that support planets will also get the what are the colors we have assigned. Now we are ruler supports page. Now let me go back home page. So now we are on the home page and let me click Control B. So self-significations and also support planets we are able to see now. Let me keep it here. And now let us check the, destiny planet. Destiny is second lord is Mars and second cuspal star lord is Venus and second cuspal sublord is Saturn. So Karaka planet Venus is the one which is second star lord also. Now let us check the second lord. Second lord Mars. Mars is 296. It is blue color because of the second planet Rahu. This grouping not good. Mars in the star of Venus is pink. Pink means because of the mixed significator. Already we discussed Venus is pink shade and because of the 8, 5, 6, 9, 12. And Saturn also weak, pink. The pink planets are bad and also Rahu. Now Mars in the star of Venus, Venus is in the star of Ketu, and sublord is Moon is fine. Star lord of the sublord is Rahu. So second lord planet, the planet of the finance that as per the second lord, it's got some weakness. It is favorable also. And star level planet 3, 5, 2, 6, 10, 1, 4, 6, 9 and also 9 and 12. You can see this grouping third lord and the ninth lord 2, 9, 6. You can see if you study this combination of the houses, it will support for the business job prospects in out in home, not in homeland, it is in outside. It is supportive for the job prospects in abroad because it is 9296 216 1469 312 grouping is good for the job prospects and also earning in abroad. Venus in again the star of Ketu supportive for 312 and supported by Venus. It is good only for the earning point of view in abroad for job prospects. Sublord also Moon is supportive. That way it is good only. Now we got to check the star level planet for the financial prospect. It has got some weakness at the star level and 2A level. Whether that strong unfavorable other key planet. What are the key planet? Rahu and importantly Saturn. Saturn, whether it is influencing these planets, we have to check it. Mars has got Saturn. Mars has got Saturn in supports. Saturn is influencing Mars. And Venus has got Mars, Saturn. Yes, Venus also has got Saturn. And Moon has got Saturn. Yes, Moon in the sign of Saturn only. So that way you can see all the planets are under the influence of the Saturn. That too, Saturn is a free planet. Its influence on the unfavorables influence will be more. That influence because favorable 11 and 2 are also fine. Unfavorable grouping strongly influencing. So the second house matters are influenced by the Venus as the star lord and Saturn by way of sublord. So it is supportive for earning Sublord is fine only. Star Lord also having favorable grouping along with that unfavorable. So that finance is indicating some weakness, some hurdles, and influenced by the Saturn. We can see that, right? Now, what we have to do that? You can see seventh house is also connected strongly. It is supportive for such a, earning or such sort of trouble on account of the own business prospects also. Anyway, second lord we have discussed. Now let us check the second sublord. Second sublord planet Saturn itself, the self-afflicted planet. In the star of Jupiter is good, 12 level is moon is good, and sublord is Mars. Also, it is favorable to some extent. Only the second planet is not good. Star lord of the sublord is mixed one. So that second sublord planet, if you talk from the natives financial prospects point of view, it is in the star of Jupiter is very good, and 12 level also good. So second house and 11th house are getting supported by the star level to a level, and sub level also it is supportive for his good notable post, and earnings are all indicated. But that Saturn is already a self-afflicting planet, and Saturn is passing its ruler link to the star level Jupiter, because Jupiter in the sign of Saturn only. Saturn is passing its ruler link, and sublord Mars. Mars is having Saturn in supports, because Saturn in the sign of Mars only. So Saturn is giving its influence to the Mars as well. So that way, that star level, 2A level, sub-level planet are supportive, favorable for the money point of view. But apart from that, they are also getting support on the unfavorable side from the Saturn, the 12, 8, 5, 8 grouping, and that is being passing on to the sublord also. That two second lord occupying sixth house, it is getting the support of the Rahu, some weakness. That is getting support of the Saturn. Favorable side 11 and 2 is fine, but 12, 5, 5, 8, 8 cuspal sublord. So they are giving influence to the Mars on the unfavorable side. And Mars and Mars again in the star of the Venus, which is also having unfavorable grouping along with that favorable. Whether Venus is further passing its ruler link to other planet, Mars has got Venus. Yes, Mars has got Venus. So Mars is getting the influence of the Venus. Whether Jupiter has got Venus? No. Saturn has got Venus? No. So that sublord planet is under the influence of the Venus by of star lord, which is favorable along with that unfavorable. The two passing ruler link. So sixth house, second house, sixth house connected to the 5, 6, 8, 9, 12 grouping. So this is indicating money is good, earnings are good, but liable to, give trouble, gain to the opponent, it is already present. In such a situation, the native has to be very careful in giving any guarantee to others, on getting any loan for others, or lending money to others, or investing money in business and all. It give some sort of gain, but finally it is not going to be favorable completely. So that is what the destiny is indicating. So the destiny planet itself is self-afflicted planet. That planet itself is passing its influence to the other planets by way of supports. So that is the destiny is indicating. So destiny is supportive for good earning, notable position, good earning, and everything is fine. But along with that, unfavorable gain to the opponent also, others also indicated. So there only need to be very careful. If sixth house is connected to 8 and 12, then it is going to be more unfavorable, right? So if you see that sixth house, for example, who is the sixth lord? Sixth lord planet, sixth lord is sun, already discussed. Sixth lord occupying sixth house in own star, and 12 level also sun only. I was saying that if the sixth lord planet is connected to the that pink shade planet Saturn and Venus, because they are having 6, 8, 12, 5, 8, 12 grouping, then sun sixth house will be converted. It will give the unfavorable impact on the on the finance by way of loans. Let us check whether Sun is having these Venus or Saturn in the supports. Sun has got Venus. Yes, it has got Venus in supports. So Sun has got Venus sublord also and also passing ruler link. Fortunately, Sun is not having the Saturn in its supports. Right? Sun is not having Saturn in its support. But Sun has got Ketu and Rahu in its supports. So Ketu already there and Rahu, okay, Rahu also present in supports. And Venus, sublord planet Venus is in the influence of the Saturn. So Saturn is giving the influence to the sublord planet. So sixth house is moving towards unfavorable, houses also. That is also then, it is indicating unfavorable house to the sixth house matters on the financial and also gain to the opponent. So that way it is. That's what I tell that whenever the sixth house, you can see Lagna sublord and sixth sublord is itself is talking about 8th lord and 12th cuspal sublord. This grouping is not good. That Venus is in the star of Ketu, that Ketu represents Venus itself. So 12 and 7 and 6, 12. This itself is indicating 6th house is connected to the 6, 8, 12, 5, 8, 12 grouping, 5, 8, 9, 12 grouping. It is not good for the Lagna's finance. It is good for the Lagna's loan and dates and loss also. Others will get benefited because 5 is also connected and 5 7 also connected strongly. That is what is clearly indicating. So that's why we have to keep it in mind. The unfavorable key planet to the finance with the 5, 6, 8, 9, 12 grouping, along with that 7 also there. Suppose this grouping, that second lord or second sublord or Lagna and Lagna or sublord, and you can see seventh house also it is talking about, 10th house also talking about this. It means through the second house, through the money, giving money, and some is giving, investing some money, and somebody's for business or something he's investing money. If it is connected to this one, so the money will be leading to loans and debts and gain to others. 10th house is connected to this in the business, on his own business. When he is going to do this investment, through that 10th house he will face problems, struggles, and it is also supportive for the instability in the business, all these things. Seventh house means through the others, through the partner also, he will, through his own business also, it will lead to trouble. So by way of which are the planets are signifying these houses, accordingly, that house matters will face trouble. So overall, the second house matters are favorable for the financial position, financial earnings, not position. Financial earnings are good and status, but it is all supportive for unfavorable significations can lead to loss and debts also and gain to others. Others will get easily, disappoint him, or his money will be utilized by others. Others can cheat him also. That is what signified by the destiny. And Lagna also should give way for that, because Lagna strength is also important. You can see Jupiter is the Lagna Lord. Lagna Lord is good. Star level moon also good. And 2A level is indicating some weakness. Sublord planet again, that Mars is, his money is being utilized or spent, or it is giving gain to the opponent. Star Lord of the sublord is Venus, is not good. So that Lagna is moving towards this one. So this is indicating, and moreover, Moon has got Saturn in supports, Rahu in supports, Venus in supports, Ketu. All the unfavorable and mixed K planets are all passing ruler link, passing influence to the Moon by way of supports. Ragu itself is playing role here, so automatically Ragu also passing ruler link to the star level planet. So that this indicating Lagna strength and gain, everything is good, but it is connected to the unfavorable houses also. That itself is indicating this is Lagna is liable to face problem by others. Lagna Lord is in the sign of Saturn. Saturn is the strong unfavorable key planet to the Lagna on the money point of view. His money will be utilized by others. So that is what strongly indicated. Then move Jupiter in the sign of Jupiter in the sign of Saturn, star lord moon in the sign of Saturn, and 2 level Rahu, sublord Rahu. Rahu is not having, so Rahu also having Saturn, because Saturn in the sign of Scorpio and Rahu in the sign of Aries. So that way, that Saturn is indirectly connected to Rahu. So Saturn's influence will be there on all the planets. That is the problem. So Lagna is bound to face problem on account of the influence of the unfavorable planets, especially Saturn. So this is clearly indicated by the destiny, right? So now that native is running which Mahadasa? That native is running Saturn Mahadasa. Saturn Dasa is running from uh, 2012 October onwards, approximately, he is running Saturn Mahadasa. So that the what do you call destiny planet itself, the trouble-giving planet for both, trouble to the Lagna and also for the money, and also is the destiny planet. That itself is running as the Dasa Lord, as we already discussed. Definitely, it will give a good gain, good position, and good earnings also to the native. The two, it is indicating through the signification, it is supportive for a notable job in abroad, right? So this is supportive, right? Is into the construction job that are all indicated, and it is supportive for that. But meanwhile, we have to see that in Saturn Dasa is also indicating troubles in its period, right? So in the period in which the dasa, which is Saturn dasa itself running, in the Saturn dasa, in the Bugdi Lord, which is having unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, and also supportive for such business, mental inclination. During that period, that native will get involved or get attracted towards business ideas and investing in money into the business. And since already discussed, if that planet also connected to the unfavorable, that will lead to loss also. Let us check how come in Saturn Dasa, which are the planets are supportive for loss and earning, that Saturn itself. And Jupiter is a good planet, and the moon planet is 5, 11, 3, 7, 11, and 10. This grouping is good for the business prospects as well, right? Now, in the Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi started. Mercury is the 1/7 Lord. And that too for this, Pisces Lagna, Mercury is the one Badages also. When Badaga Lord itself is playing, the two seventh Lord is Badaga Lord, occupying 6th house, 197 Kaspal Sublord. When that is playing role, whenever I said in the theory also, whenever Badhaga Lord is acting as the Dasa or Bugdi, then we need to be careful. 12th Lord is the Dasa Lord, 11th Lord, 12th Lord. Badhaga Lord is acting as the Bugdi Lord. So need to be very careful if that Bugdi Lord is having unfavorable grouping through the self and through the star level, sub level, need to be careful. Mercury in the star of moon, that is the key planet of the Dasa Lord, supportive for the business prospects. Mercury is here in his own sign, in exalted sign, in conjoined with the sun. Sun is the planet, 6th house. 6th house is fine only, but as we already discussed, that planet, 6th is, if it is connected to the unfavorable, then it is going to be into trouble. That Mercury is conjoined with the sun, 6th Lord, supportive for loans also we can say. And in the star of moon, moon is fine because moon is talking about 5, 11, 3, 7, 11, 10. But I already said it is very close to the 12th house. Close to the 12th house and aspected by Venus and Mars. Venus is having mixed signification and Mars also. Mars is fine, but representing Rahu has got weakness, but Venus is strongly having weakness signification. So that moon is getting the influence of the Mars and also Venus, right? So now that sublord is Rahu itself, it is got weakness. It is gain to the opponent party. So seventh house in the star of a planet, supportive for such business opportunities, but 12 level planet, sub-level planet is it's supportive or gain to the opposite party and loss to the Lagna. And as I said, that Rahu itself is having got Saturn. Saturn planet is our Dasa Lord and also unfavorable planet, and Moon also in the sign of Saturn itself. So that Moon is under the influence of Saturn and Sublord is influenced by the Saturn, because Saturn is Rahu in the sign of Mars, Saturn also in the sign of Mars, indirectly conjoined. So that way, Rahu getting the support of this Saturn. So unfavorable K planet Saturn is influencing the another unfavorable K planet Rahu, which is playing role to a level and sub level. Another unfavorable K planet Venus is playing role here. That Venus also passing ruler link to the moon. So it means what? Being the seventh lord, Badak is when in the star of a planet favorable for the joint venture 5, 11, 3, 7, 11, and 10, but it is already influenced by the unfavorable key planet and star level, sub level, 12 level and sub level, star lord or the sub lord are also confirming that that is going to lead into 5, 6, 8, 9, 12 grouping. So during that Saturn Dasa, Mercury booked he got the interest in the business, and he actually his business, his job prospect is good during this period. He has got very good job, very good position. Everything is good only. He can spend money for his personal happiness. Everything is fine because fifth house, seventh house, 12th house, everything is fine for his own expenditures and his personal life, happy life also. But when it is talking about the business, when it is talking about the joint venture, that too, when it is connected to this house grouping, that lead into trouble for his money. So now in this Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, Mercury Karaga planet for the loan and also Karaga planet for the, business also. When that itself is playing role, here it is unfortunately Badak is playing. He started having that interest in that. In that Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, he started investing money in the business of his friend. When he started investing his money, when he in the others business, in the Bugdi of Mercury, which are the unfavorable key planet, of course Saturn strongly unfavorable because influencing all the other planet, and Rahu is important, and Venus. These planets are Lagna 512 and supportive for his money investment, and also he is borrowing money also, I said na. So look at that planet in which period? During that Mars period. In the Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi and Mars Antra. In Moon Antra itself, he started having the inclination towards investing into the business. Mars, Moon in the star of Rahu, in sublord Venus, Saturn is strongly unfavorable, so this did not favor for him to, initiate such, business opportunities during that moon period. He got only the ideas during this period, but because moon Saturn planet will give trouble, so that in the moon period, when it is giving trouble by way of sublord and also passing ruler link, it will not support for initiation itself. But during the Mars period, Mars is second lord, the money point of view. In the star of Venus, see 3, 8, 5, 2, 16, 1, 4, 6. This is supportive for his business prospects also, and also it is money connected to sixth house and 4, 4, 6, 12 and eighth lord also. This supported the native to borrow money from others. Lagna inclined towards borrowing money for the investment, and sublord is moon supportive for the own business. So here money is being invested along with the others' money and to start the business. So in the Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, Mars Antra. You can see Moon is the strong favorable key planet in the Bugdi Lord. That Dasa Lord also Moon is playing. Mercury in the star of Moon itself. That Moon is sublord for the Mars also. That is the Antra Lord, right? And Mars also having got Moon in its support, so forming roller link. So that way, that planet is Mars Antra is supported for the native. His money is being invested. So once he invested the money in the Mars, then Rahu period. In the Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, Mercury supported for the business, and finally it is resulting for troubles and loss also, right? During the Rahu period, immediately after a few months, he started facing some issue. Money crunch he started facing. And after the Rahu, then Jupiter is running. Jupiter Lagna, he started facing the problem because sublord itself is giving. So in Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, and Rahu itself started giving trouble to the Lagna, because you can see all the grouping, and Lagna started facing the problem. Whenever the Bugdi Lord is Badages Lord and Lagna Lord is acting, and Lagna Lord is on his own job prospect, it is fine. 110, these are all fine. But 12 level, sub-level planets fall out of the sublord Rahu, Venus, which are the unfavorable key planets of the Bugdi Lord, which is influencing the Jupiter. And that way, that Jupiter already influenced by Saturn, and the Moon planet. Moon is already influenced by the Saturn also, Ketu also, Rahu also. They are playing at the 12 level and sub level, and Venus also playing. So obviously, they are all giving trouble to the Lagna's innings. So that way, and the Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, and Jupiter Antra, he started facing, already he lost the money and he has to pay back the money. So from that Ketu, after Mercury, because Mercury is initiated, within the Mercury itself, Lagna lost the money, and made put him to the debts, right? So that is the reason, whenever Mercury, that too is, if it is a Badages, and along with that unfavorable grouping for the money, it is connected, and Lagna also influenced by the 6 8 12 grouping, then native has to be very careful in doing such business or investments. After Saturn, Mercury is over, then Ketu can see, you can look at the grouping of these houses. They're all supportive for the native to pay back. Because to pay back the money, 7th house, 5th house, 8th house, 12th house, he has to pay back the money. But what way he is paying back? He is getting loan from the bank to get out of this loan. You understand? See, to pay back the loan from others, he is getting the loan from the bank and paying off. So somehow this money, or though he is paying back, all he is putting into debts only. He has to pay back the money that is being adjusted by his salary. So that is the situation. So once that problem happened, when the Lagna, which has entered into such financial crunch, so that always is going to cause trouble to the Lagna. So always then, after that, Mercury, then Ketu and Venus, you can see where the 5 8 12 grouping are coming, then they are going to cause trouble. So during that period, the native can lead to such issues, but should not put money. He should not put money or help others also by giving some loans, or some investment he should avoid. So that is the one, I think you are able to understand from this study, that whenever that second house matters, second lord and second sublord, and also Lagna, sixth lord, all connected to the unfavorable grouping, 6 8 12 grouping, 5 6 8 9 12 grouping, or influencing these planets, that to the destiny planet. It can be having favorable grouping. You can see this has got some favorable good groupings, making that Lagna for a good job prospect, good earnings, good position also. But along with that, this grouping, it is supportive for others to make use of that. His money will be utilized to others, and that will lead to dates also. So that's what I think I have been telling, that whenever Mercury we are going to talk about, where we need to be very careful. It does not mean that Mercury will be in giving trouble all the time. If Mercury planet itself is indicating unfavorable houses to the finance, to the sixth house matter, then it can lead to such a mental inclination towards business that lead into finally into debts. I think you're able to understand. We'll meet in the next video. Good luck.